Good morning, Nerd Geek University. Guess what? Today, I should say early this morning today, we are able to see the spoiler for Dragons of Tarkir, Dragonlord Kolaghan. We're going to do a playability review now, and hopefully it gives you some idea of the card's ability to be played in the different formats that are available for Magic players all over the world to be able to. This early morning spoiler of Wizard of the Coast EU is Dragonlord Kolaghan, or in Spanish, where the spoiler text originates from, Kolaghan Señora Dragon, is a legendary creature Elder Dragon card, 6/5 flyer with haste, with a casting cost of 1 black, 1 red, and 4 colorless mana. In addition, that the player controls has haste, and to increase the endgame tempo, Dragonlord Kolaghan requires that whenever an opponent casts a creature card or a planeswalker spell with the same name as the one that is in the opponent's graveyard, that player loses 10 life. Just another reminder of the consequence of a card going into the graveyard. This card in construction play will be the end game strategy for some, though the card's last triggered ability may be more difficult to trigger since the quantity of a single card in a player's library should not be high due to the nature of constructed play. But the haste given to all other creatures you control after you play Dragonlord Kolaghan is definitely worth placing him in your deck to get that win. In standard play, this card may find use in decks that are already running Kolaghan the Storm's Fury by replacing their copies with Dragonlord Kolaghan, or a combination of both types from the Khans of Tarkir block. Rakdos Aggro could see 2 copies of Dragonlord Kolaghan being introduced for that late game win. Decks like Red Aggro UB Control that utilizes spells, and token decks will not be overly affected by this card's abilities. Modern decks may not have a use for a late game black and red creature card with a high mana cost, but decks that are running Angel's Grace is one of a few effective counters against the loss of life to players that may need to play a card that has already been removed from play. Other cards that loot the graveyard and place the creature back into play, thus bypassing the card being in the hand and being played as a spell, also allow for the player to mitigate the last triggered ability of Dragonlord Kolaghan. Ad nauseam decks as well as aggro decks and any other fast low turn win decks will not be overly affected by this card in Modern. In EDH, the card's playability may be limited due to the only triggered ability that will be of any use in play is that of the haste mechanic to all other creatures you control. Kali of the Vast as a commander is a great use to getting this card out as another way to be able to have haste given to all your creatures. Hope you enjoyed the playability review of this Dragons of Tarkir spoiler Dragonlord Kolaghan. And always, I'm reminding you to like, comment, and of course subscribe to our channel so you're able to keep up with all the MTG news that you desire. And remember always, play on.